Well, after months of planning and lots of demand from you guys, I have finally made my way out to Indiana to visit the team at Terra Hosting and their brand new facility. Let's take a closer look. So welcome to Terra Hosting. This is a facility that has been in the works for a while now. And what I love about Terra Hosting is it was started by fellow community members just like you and I, who had the idea of finding low power and sharing it with the community. This facility is an ASIC hosting facility, which means all the miners here are not self-mined and owned by the company, but actually community members. They offer a service, ASIC hosting, that allows you to buy and bring your ASICs, ship them here, or buy them directly from Terra Hosting. They will host them here, manage them, keep them up, repair, and clean them for you, and you get to benefit from the lower electric rate that we, as home miners, just really can't get. Currently, right now, they have 1,400 units here, split between 4 total custom-made containers. We're gonna take a closer look here in a minute, but they have room to expand. Their property and their mining farm does not end here within the barbed wire security fence. They'll be having 3 more containers coming in over the next few weeks to allow them to expand up to 8 megawatts total. And in addition, they can grow even larger than that as the property line here extends out well past where you guys see this fence. And stay till the end, because wait till you see this additional expansion that they're doing for their company to grow for the future. So we have 4 containers here. We have 2 massive transformers that you guys see throughout the property. There is a command center building there on the end that we'll take a little bit closer look at, where they have the on-site operators' offices, where they do some bolt-on repairs and cleaning here, and where they go ahead and receive in a lot of the ASIC miners. And heck, they have this badass Cybertruck that they run right here on property.
What's up, guys? It's Mike from Terra Hosting. We are doing a giveaway of free Bitcoin hash rate for 1 whole month. So comment below what you like about this video so far, and we will pick a winner in 2 weeks and announce it on our YouTube channels, on our X, everything. So make sure you guys pay attention. Make sure you be on the lookout for the announcement of the winner.
So currently we're standing on the intake side of these containers, and you can see there are air filters underneath here. So the nice thing is they are hooded, which is a really sweet design. So when it rains or snows, it all falls down off of and away from the intake side. Then your airflow is sucked in through these replaceable intake filters. And there's actually a whole nother layer of intake we'll take a look at inside that helps out with moisture. But you gotta remember, these are air-cooled units. So they pull through a massive amount of air that has to go through these to cool these ASIC and Bitcoin miners that are inside here. But the nice thing is, it's not just Bitcoin miners. They have loads and loads of L9 and L7 script miners inside of these containers. They even got some Caspa miners in there, some Ethereum Classic miners. They got some K7s and D9s. There is quite a variety. Now, when we're talking about airflow, wait till you guys see the exhaust side of their facility here. Now I'm gonna try to talk a little bit louder because it's loud on this side, but they have these massive 20,000 CFM fans that go all the way down. And the temperature difference is absolutely wild. On the intake side, it's cool and quiet, but on the exhaust side, it definitely can get louder. So let's take a walk together down here across the different containers. We're outside of container number 3 right now, and it's wild. This is not something we could run at home as home miners. 1,400 ASICs would be way too loud for us to try to run at home. And Terra Hosting does a great job of giving us, as home miners, an outlet to run these somewhere else for a lower electric rate. We don't have to worry about the airflow, the heat management, or better yet, the sound management. All right, guys, I'm here with Mike, the CMO of Terra Hosting. So for my audience, give a rundown at a basic level. What is ASIC hosting?
ASIC hosting is just a way for people that don't have the electrical infrastructure in their home and don't want to deal with the noise and the heat. So we become like a big parking lot for ASIC miners for people to plug them in here. They don't have to worry about the noise, the heat, paying a lot of money for the infrastructure. We maintain everything for them, and it's like an all-in-one service solution.
All right, so let's hop into container number 1 here. Woo, it's loud. We're gonna try to yell in here for you guys. All right, so inside container number 1. So this was the additional intake wall that we were talking about. This is a second layer filter. The original MERV 8 filters are to really deal with your dust and dirt. But then these are built specifically for moisture. So they're meant to catch any moisture, and then it actually runs down into this little trough and goes out the holes. So a really cool design. I've not seen this on a lot of the containers that I've toured on the channel. So let's take a walk here. It is so loud in here, guys, it's crazy. All of our ASIC miners are off to the right-hand side. All your power's coming down off of the PDUs. So let's take a closer look here. So there's a variety of different ASICs that are hosted here, but I'm gonna be honest, I have seen more L9s here than I've seen at any other hosting facility. And I'll be honest, these units are all very clean. And they actually alluded to the fact that that's because they're doing a double intake filter wall, that they're able to keep units clean, up and running, and needing less repairs. So taking a look, all the ASICs are set here. This uses a kind of push-pull effect where the airflow is getting pulled through the entire container, goes into the ASIC. It's using the ASIC's fans as the actual CFM to pull everything through. So there's no fans on the intake side, just over here. The ASICs are then taking the airflow, pushing it through the ASIC, cooling the ASIC, and then it's pushing out the exhaust side. Now they have these PDUs, which are really, really slick. I found out that each of these PDUs is on their own VLAN, making it super secure. And they actually use a QR code system with everything. They started to go through. It's a new system that they've developed where every ASIC has started to get tagged with a QR code that has the customer information, MAC address, serial number, and make and model. And the same thing applies even to the PDUs as well, as you can see. So you have your PDUs and you also have your internet coming directly out for your power right into the ASIC miner. And they have a really sweet setup here for the network side. Look at that. That looks ridiculous. That's a USW Pro Max. And they have these throughout the entire facility. We'll take a closer look at their main MDF here in a few minutes. But every container, they've gone ahead and built these directly into the rack for their network. This handles not only all the ASICs, but the PDUs and their entire security system and network infrastructure. And a little bit different with this design, they're going floor to ceiling with their ASICs. A lot of containers I've seen have a gap up top here, but they don't run into that issue. They've actually gone floor to ceiling to optimize their space inside of the containers. Let's see what we have here. Just a few miners. S19K Pro, L7, more 19K Pros, L9s, L7s. I'm just kind of picking and choosing here as we go through. Some L7s. Oh, these look like big boys. S21 XPs. L7s, L9s, L9s. What do we got up here? 19K Pros. This is awesome. Now I wonder if we can find my units hosted here. Let's see what we can find. So I actually found one of my units here hosted at Terra Hosting. This is my L9 16 gigahash model. I have right here, actually bought it through Terra Hashes, a sub company of theirs that sells ASIC miners, and then get it hosted and sent right here. It never even hit my house. right from purchase, right to their facility. All right, let's take a look at container number 4. This one's got some room to grow in here. There's a lot of spaces available. Look at that, if you guys are curious, that's what it actually looks like without any ASIC miners in there. Those massive belt-driven fans. Look at this guy. Do you guys know who this guy is? Who's this guy? Red Panda Mining. Should we unplug his unit? Nah, I won't do that. That would be mean. What's up, Mr. Panda? All right, guys, I'm here with Mike, the COO of Terra Hosting. So walk us through. You guys just went ahead and launched this facility here in Indiana. What's next for you guys?
First, we're going to be expanding here. We want to use the power that's available here. We also need to use the power to be able to expand further and have the infrastructure be upgraded by the power company. So right now we have 5 megawatts running with these 4 containers, about 4.5 to 5 with the fans and all of that. On the other side of this property, we're going to be adding another 3 containers, which is going to bring a total of 8 megawatts here. Those containers are a little bit bigger, but the big thing we're also going to be doing is moving our data center here. On the other side of this property, we just tore down a 12,000 square foot building. In place of that, we're going to be putting modular kind of designed data centers there that are going to be around 2,000 to 2,500 square feet each. We used to think bigger was better, but with data centers, isolating that heat and isolating all of the power in one area is really the kind of the way to go with this. So we're in the process of piping in heavy fiber here, like we have in Melbourne. Once we have the fiber here and once we have the power infrastructure over there, we're going to go ahead and migrate Melbourne over here.
That's going to wrap up our time here in Indiana. I'm excited for these guys. They started like you and I as home miners and have grown this into an enterprise operation. Guys, if you're interested in learning more about ASIC hosting, you want to reach out to their team to ask some questions, crunch some numbers that meet your budget, I'll go ahead and leave links directly down below for their contact information. And tell them the Hobbyist Miner sent you. All right, I'll see you guys on our next mining farm tour. Take care.